Okay, so today we'll go a little bit overview of Informatica and Informatica architecture, and slowly we'll get into how we can start developing in Informatica and what are the various components. Everything will go one by one. Okay, just to give a background, the Informatica was okay. It is not a new tool. It was introduced quite a long time back in 1993. Okay, and as we know, like these tools, ETL tools, Informatica or any traditional ETL tools, they are meant for developing code in a graphical fashion. Okay, without developing any procedural or any programming language, you can develop the code in a graphical fashion using all visualization objects, and you can develop and then you can run the code, and yeah, this way your development efforts will be very quick, and also you don't need to learn so many technologies irrespective of from which database or from which technology you are extracting the data, and onto which technology you are planning to load, and you can, for all these database technologies, you can develop a single code, and without learning all these technologies or without knowing all these technologies, and so that will make the developers or program managers life easy to quickly develop your code and then manage or maintain of your ETL. Okay, so initially you see there are so many versions. Initially Informatica released one version called 1.x, which used to be called as Informatica work groups. Okay, so I have been directly or indirectly working with Informatica software from the 4.x onwards till now. Okay, so except that 1.x have been uh, directly or indirectly working 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And initially, the first version, the Power Center, it is not just really required for any in the technology angle. Just to give a background of how Informatica evaluation happened from the version 1 to 9.x. Okay, initially it was okay, used to call small work group, which is initially developed by a small company Indian called Jimba, and later okay, lot of software enhancements, transformations has been done, and currently now we are landed with Informatica 9. So the current version is 9.6. Okay, and even now they are working on the 10.x version. Okay, so that is irrelevant for us now, and here we will be learning 9. Okay, X. Okay, and there are not major changes in the compared to the 9.1 or 5 or 6. Okay, uh, mostly the big data enhancements have been given more in the 9.6, and from the actual core developer point of view, there are not much changes. Okay, so coming to this technology evaluation, right? Before going to start off Informatica, there is a very huge okay transformation okay in Informatica architecture from 5 to 6. Okay, and from 6 to 7, so the complete new look and feel of Informatica has been done from the 5.145. The look and feel are same. Okay, it is completely not a client server technology. It is purely one small work piece like work group. It used to work like this, and from 5.x to 6.x, so there are a major architectural change. Okay, and they have introduced a client server architecture within that. Okay, and from there onwards, okay, and they are not seen back, and a lot of enhancement keep doing. And after 6, okay, there are not much changes from 6 to 7. Okay, but the 6, 7 to 8, okay, there are major changes. Okay, so you see the entire version. So 6 is one turning point, and second turning point is 8. So since anyway you don't need to worry about 6 and 7, okay, maybe you can talk about from 8.x onwards. What is the major, even still so many companies still using 8.x, okay, because they are yet to migrate. So at least sometimes, even let's say in case you are planning to claim your experience about 5 years or 4 years, you may even talk about the 8.x also, because even 60% of the clients in the industry still they are using 8.x. Okay, and maybe slowly they are migrating, or even new customers, they will be using 9.8. So what you can talk about 8.x, because it's not relevant, but at the end of the course, I can give you the complete comparison from the 8.9, 8 to 9, because at this month, even if I explain the comparisons, you may not understand unless you understand the tool, how it used to be in 8 and 9. Okay, at the end of the course, we'll be talking, and also every technology, every piece of code which we are learning in Informatica, and we'll be talking about, even I can explain you the differences, okay, in the previous version, how it should be, and the current version, how it is used to be, wherever it is required, okay, that I will focus anywhere, don't worry. So, just to talk about Informatica 8, okay, Informatica 8 is a service-oriented, or previous all the versions are like a client server, and from Informatica 8.x onwards, okay, it is built on a SOA technology. Previously, it was not service-based, service-oriented architecture. From that is where you can start differentiating. Previous all versions are client server, or even before versions are work group basis, and now from Informatica 8.x onwards, Informatica software was built on SOA architecture, okay, service oriented architecture. So because of that, okay, maybe slowly I can give you in depth of the architecture details where you can understand, okay, how SOA architecture works, okay, and that don't worry. So here I try to give a introduction, the look and feel of Informatica, okay, and how the components work in Informatica, and then slowly we can get into advanced architecture. So there we can discuss about what are the advantage of the SOA, because nowadays every tool in the market which is available in SOA build, okay, architecture build. So what are the advantage also we can see. And from 8.x to 9.x, okay, there are a couple of enhancements have been done that we can see, okay. So that's why if you see Informatica 8, okay, so that architecture and all, okay, for now I'm not discussing, okay, I'll take it in a separate session, the completely detailed architecture. So Informatica is a ETL tool, okay, generally it can help you to extract data, because from the day one we are talking about what is ETL means: extract, transform and load, okay. Informatica, okay, it can extract data from any of the databases or any of the technologies, and then load into any of the technologies. That is the core objective of any of the ETL tool. Okay, it can extract from any RDBMS right now, so-called top RDBMS, whatever we have, it can extract. It can extract data from the files. When I say files, okay, there is a big list of files. Okay, there can be a file is a normal notepad files, okay, and the file section will be discussing about what are the various files, and also we have something called structured, unstructured and semi-structured files, okay. So structured file means, okay, generally when you keep file, okay, data in a file in a format in a proper structure. Unstructured means, okay, you will keep the data in a file, okay, but there will not be any structure, okay. Most of the social media data, okay, your Facebook data, your Google data and your LinkedIn data, so they are all generating the unstructured data. So even Informatica supports reading data from unstructured and semi-structured. So generally for the banking example, when one bank is sharing, okay, one customer accounts information with another bank, okay, so generally they share, okay, in the semi-structured format, and even Informatica supports semi-structured. For that, Informatica has one software called Informatica B2B, business to business, okay, transformation exchange. That all, okay, just high level, and it can also extract data from the web services. It can also extract data from the big data, Hadoop, Peak, Hive and all that. So basically here my objective is to tell ETL means extracting and loading. There is nothing else. Extract the data from anywhere. Informatica supports all the technologies, and load data into any technology, okay, that is a file. Again, whatever we have, we can very well read and also very well load onto these technologies using Informatica, okay, and that is on Informatica 8.x, okay. And also see the word, when I say in ETL I have written one word called power center, okay. Informatica is a very big, Okay, it has so many softwares. Out of all these softwares, what is the software which we are going to learn is, okay, is called Informatica Power Center. Okay, so Informatica Power Center is the software, generally popularly known as PC, okay, or Power Center. So Informatica, generally we call Informatica, but Informatica Power Center is the one, the only ETL. There are so many other software by Informatica, but they perform different activities. Okay, so now when it comes to other versions, so here I have given only 8.x. 8.x, if you see Informatica, or in case you buy or if you purchase Informatica 8.x software, so you will have only Power Center, that's all. Okay, so what is new in Informatica 9? Okay, or what are the other components we have in going further? Okay, so here Informatica Power Center is only ETL tool. It can extract data and load anywhere. Okay, so apart from Informatica Power Center, okay, sometimes you will keep hearing some software called Informatica Power Exchange. Okay, yesterday we have discussed.
Hello, sir.
So, sorry.
Yeah, like you're saying that like we can extract data
Yes.
from web services.
Yes.
What
yes.
is the web services?
Web services means if you, it is a big one actually, but to make you simple understand, say for example, if you want to read data from a TIBCO, okay, or if you want to read data from a IBM MQ series, they provide data in terms of the messages, and those messages can be, okay, JMS, okay, messages, or even if you want to read data from any other web, okay, like web link, let's say, even generally when you go to any website and then when you key in some information, so that output you will be accessing, right? In the same way, this Informatica can extract data directly connecting to any web services. So mostly these web services will share you the data in the form of message queues. Okay, and for that Informatica has a separate plugin to directly connect to any web service directly, and then you can read it. So maybe I can go detailed on that one later, but just to make you understand what is web services means, in a simple word, not confusing word if you want to understand, it can very well read data from any of the MQ series messages and your TIBCO messages, which are generally middleware, so which throws the data in the form of messages, okay, web messages or web services, and that Informatica can read and also can pass the data to other side.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, so the other one here, so Power Center is the one is our final goal to learn. Apart from that, just to understand what are the other things we have another software also. You will be keep hearing in the outside world, which is something called Power Exchange. If you remember Power Exchange, we have discussed about the Power Exchange yesterday session. Any idea? Power Exchange is one of the software, okay, which can capture the changed data, okay, on the existing source databases. Okay, so sometimes if you are working as a Informatica developer, so you may also interact with Power Exchange. Okay, not 100% or not always. Okay, Informatica can also sometimes read data via or through Power Exchange. So what is this Power Exchange means? It can help you. Yesterday when we are talking about the complete ETL architecture, okay, so when we are reading data from the source databases, we have seen two type of extraction. One is full load, will read all the data, and another is incremental extraction. So incremental extraction means every day from, okay, last 1 hour to this hour, what are the changes we have done in the database, okay, capturing that. In case you are writing your own program to capture changed data, so generally what we'll do, we'll write a program to identify what is the changed data, But what is the greatness about Power Exchange? It is, you can classify this as a change CDC tool or change data capture tool. Let's say here I have some Oracle database. Informatica previously Informatica Power Center can read directly from this particular database tables. Okay, that is already there. In case you want to identify changed data, and that changed data only if you want to read from the Informatica Power Center, so this software can help. So what is the benefit of the software is it can help you to identify the changed data every day. Let's say from last 1 hour to this hour or last 2 hours to this time, what are the changed data? So how this will capture changed data? When you install this Power Exchange software, it will sit on your database. Whenever anybody makes changes on the database, it will capture that changed data from the database logs, not directly from the database. That is the reason people are very much interested in Power Exchange, okay, because it will not disturbing your database. It will only capture, change, whatever changes you are doing on the database. It will pick up the data from the log files and not from the database directly. Because of this, there will not be any burden on your OLTP or source systems. So it will. So people, in case you are planning to learn, in that maybe you will learn detail about the Power Exchange. Okay, but what is Power Exchange means? Whenever you see this word, because this will be all, it cannot work standalone. Always it will work along with the Informatica Power Center. So whenever you are saying Power Exchange means you are planning to read incremental changed data through Power Exchange, not directly from the database. So it will help reading data from the database logs. So you will not have any burden on the OLTP database. So this will be your part of Informatica product suite, okay, but it will be sitting, okay, separately like this. So even still it is there. So generally when as a data warehousing guy, you may be interested in Power Center, okay, data extraction, and because it reads data. So here it is still, now we can read from the Power Exchange or we can read from the files or anything. That is the common thing. Now, so this is all our older versions. This is all just what is ETL, what is what we discussed. Now, what is new in Informatica? So now we are going to talk about Informatica 9. Okay, what is new in Informatica 9? What is new in Informatica 9 and what will be there in your Informatica 9? Okay, see, there is no change. See, we have the Power Center. Previously we have, currently there are no major changes except 1 or 2 that we can discuss later. And it can read, because Power Center can read data from any place to any place, that already there. And what else we have in the Informatica 9 means, Informatica 9 now is coming packed with, okay, some additional components, okay, which are called data quality, Informatica data quality, which is popularly known as IDQ. Okay, so Power Center ETL, extract, transform and load, whereas Informatica IDQ can perform, okay, the below activities: data profiling, data quality, okay, and address doctor, master data management. Okay, this is for master data management. So in Informatica 9, if somebody talking about what is 9 means, Informatica 8 plus, okay, packed with a new software, a separate software which is called IDQ, Informatica data quality, and MDM, master data management, and data services, and additionally connectivity to big data, Hadoop. Okay, so this is all putting together, you can say Informatica 9. So whatever we had in Informatica 8, which we are developing in Power Center as it is with some extra features, and now all the Informatica data quality, Informatica MDM, and data services, and all they have packed as a single software, and they released as a Informatica 9. To be frank, there are not major changes. So if you are only learning from the Power Center, okay, you will not see much changes. here because it is as it is, except to 4 or 5 features, there are not much changes. What is extra you will have in 9 is data quality, separate software they have combined in Informatica 9, and MDM, Master Data Management. So this is recently in the last year, okay, the last 2 years back, okay, they acquired one small company called Cyperion, and they renamed it to Informatica MDM and then packed into the single package. And data services, okay, which provides, okay, service, the data distribution and all, that is all very higher words, may not understand, okay. And big data, okay, plugins to extract data from big data and load into the big data. So these are all currently supported. And what is data quality, what is profiling and all, okay, maybe that we can discuss later. It is a completely a separate activity, okay, not part of the ETL. And in case if you required, okay, data profiling, data quality only will be doing. But nowadays, a lot of companies, many companies are looking for this data quality and all. Okay, they can clean up all the existing data versioning data. Also, they clean up while reading data from the sources and loading into database. Okay, they will transform, they will make your data 100% perfect. And then example, I'll tell you how data quality can help. Say for example, there is a person, customer, okay, registered in a bank, and he filled one application form. In that, okay, he has given his city name as New York, okay, and he has typed his country name as India, or he has given his PIN code as different state. Okay, he has given a PIN code of California. Just he is filling the application form. So New York, and then given an application, and the PIN code he has given a California. So there will be no technology to identify this form because he has given a New York state city, but they given as a California PIN code. So unless a person who knows about the PIN code and all this, okay, there is no way we can identify or catch this kind of wrong information. Okay, so these data quality tools can help identifying. Okay, this guy is given New York, but the PIN code is something else, or the phone number is something else. Okay, ISD code is something else. It can capture and it can correct also. So those kind of data quality activities can be done in data quality, and we know pretty much ETL, extract and load it. So this is all the background of components of the Informatica. And currently the last one, Informatica is also supported with cloud now. So people talk a lot about the cloud. Okay, so means Informatica software, if you want to work, you don't need to install Informatica on our own machines. Okay, so there will be customers who provide cloud support like Amazon, okay, and then even Informatica company itself, okay, they provide software, okay, to be running on their machines only, and we can develop any code whatever you want on their machines sitting here, and then you can read, develop the mapping and all. So generally nowadays all the ETL tools are supporting, okay, in cloud, but out of all these, Informatica is very rich in terms of the cloud support. Okay, and this is the first cloud enabled ETL tool, and it is very compared to the other tools, it is having very good features, and they are proven technologies. Means in case you want to practice Informatica, if you buy a license on Amazon cloud, okay, you don't need anything on your machine. Your Informatica software will be running on Amazon systems only. You can develop there. Even from there you can access your local database or any database sitting anywhere. Okay, and then extract and load, and when you run any program, it will be running on Amazon server. So you don't need to buy any hardware for your Informatica server, and you don't need to maintain anything on your machine. So not much traction on this. There are like 5 to 10% of the customers, sometimes they prefer ETL on cloud. Okay, and for the benefit of not to have the buy big hardware servers, and then not to have a administrator, Okay, not to have one person to manage all the software, because everything will be managed by the other people, okay, who are supporting or providing the cloud access. This is all the background. You will be keep hearing about Informatica, all these things. Okay, now coming to Informatica. So every Informatica software, any Informatica tool, even if, including the Informatica 9, or if you take anything, as usual, you take any software currently, especially in data warehousing, okay, the software you can classify into three components. Okay, so one is server component. So in this diagram, see that this is my source. Okay, there is some data in a file. So there is some data in a source. Okay, I want to read, join, and then load into target. So if you are planning to use Informatica software, okay, this is all you can say Informatica software. Informatica software, when you install on your machine, majorly have three components. Okay, not only any software you can divide into three parts. One is server components, and one is a client components. Okay, one is a repository. Okay, what is a repository means? Okay, this is server means your Informatica core engine, core software. Okay, if that is running, okay, then only you can start working on Informatica. And in Informatica server engine, what are the major components we have? Okay, that will be discussing anyway in throughout our life cycle of the Informatica classes. Maybe repository may be the new word for you. What is the repository means? Okay, in a generally common terminology, repository is nothing but metadata. So generally, in case if you want to know, most of the time, repository is nothing but metadata. What is the metadata means? A simple word, data about data. So what is the key thing in Informatica software is, okay, your Informatica software, when you install Informatica software, all these things will be running on your system, okay, where you have installed Informatica software. That is, you can call as the Informatica software or Informatica server. Within that, there are so many other components that will be going forward, will be detailed talking about each and every component. The second one is important component, repository. Repository in Informatica will be created on a database. It is again one data. It is one of the schema, one user in one database. What it contains, any code which you develop in an Informatica software, you will develop code using graphical components only, and all the code which you develop, and when you save, and all the code is going to be saved under this repository. Say for example, if you develop a C or a Java program, or when you prepare any Word document, when you save, Word document is going to be saved with okay .doc extension in a file that you can store in any C drive or D drive. When you write a C program with a .c extension or C++ CPP extension, you will be storing on any drive, okay, C or D drive. Okay, your code is going to be saved there. So here also Informatica, whenever you develop any program or a code, that entire code is going to be preserved or saved under the repository. Okay, so since it is going to save code, that's why it is called metadata. The meaning is data about data. Code is what actually it is not. Let's say I have to read data from employee table from this source, okay, and then load into one table into this target. Okay, so that is okay. For that you will develop a code. So read, okay, select star from EMP, insert into this particular table. That is your code. So that code is getting saved under this particular repository, and whenever, okay, in order to develop your code, okay, now I want to develop this code using graphical components. Okay, so those graphical components are what are the tools or what are the softwares can help you to develop the code, okay, and those tools are called client components. Okay, so when you install Informatica software, three components: server, client and then repository. So repository in sitting in the backside, you will not directly access it, okay, because it is the backside running. Anything which you develop, say, will be saving under repository, and these are the components can help you to develop anything, any kind of code. So ultimately, if you are a developer, so you will be working on these components. You are throughout your lifetime, okay, you will be working on all these three, okay, designer, workflow manager, and workflow monitor. So these are the components, or these are the softwares you will be using to develop a code in Informatica and to run it and then you to monitor it. All that we are going to see right now, okay. And these tools are called admin tools, can help you to perform administration on your Informatica server. So I want to start my server, I want to stop server, I want to check whether it is running or not, I want to do some management on server management, okay. So for that these tools can help, okay, and they can manage it. So to see like how these components working and all, okay, when you install Informatica software on your machine, okay, in case if it is a, and this Informatica software can be installed on Unix machines or Windows machines, okay. You can choose any of the operating system, Unix or Windows, okay. But mostly, okay, you will see 70% of the Informatica servers will be running on a Unix only, okay, server software, okay. So see, here we are talking about Windows. So once you install Informatica software, okay, you will see one services running in your, if you go to run and then go to services.msc, okay, I'm just looking, okay, services, or you can go to control panel and then get the services also, okay. So here you can see Informatica services, okay, and it can show you whether it is running or not, and in case it is not running, okay, you can start it. So this when you, after installing the Informatica software, so steps to create Informatica software, okay, I can share you, okay, in case you want to get install your Informatica software on your own, okay. But to start with, to check, okay, or to begin or to get into the Informatica, the first thing is you need to ensure that whether Informatica software is running or not, okay. So once it is running, okay, and now in my machine Informatica server is running. So whatever means, when I say server is running means all this, I see only one list, but internally the entire big box, whatever is there, okay, all these components are running in my machine right side, right now, okay. So now to start working with, okay, now I want to develop something in Informatica and I want to do something. So first today we'll see what are the various components we have, and then slowly we'll get into that, okay. So to start working on these Informatica server components, okay, at the after installation, if you go to program files, so this is like Windows 8 actually. In the Windows 8 you can see icons like this, but if you go for Windows 7, you can see all these things in a program files only, okay. You will see different okay, Informatica client components installed here. So these are all, okay, starting from here, okay. So Informatica starting from here, these are all, you can see them in a program files, okay, directly in Windows 7. Windows 8 it is showing a boxes. So this is administrator, configuration, metadata, help, Informatica administration, okay, and Jaspersoft, okay, these are all client for the reporting purpose, and Informatica developer, Power Center. So lot of things are there. Why you see lot of things, as we discussed, out of all these things, what are the components which you will be working, okay. One is designer, Power Center designer is the one, okay, you will be working, because I listed these names only there, and Power Center repository manager, the second one we have listed there, and workflow manager and workflow monitor, then finally administration console. So these are the only components will be working. So now you can ask, Okay, these are the only components related to Informatica Power Center. Okay, what are those names? Informatica Administration Console. Okay, in that PPT you have given, and also I can give you this share list. Okay, so Informatica Administration Console and Power Center Designer, and then Repository Manager, Workflow Manager, and Workflow Monitor. So these are the only components, okay, are relevant for us right now, and remaining all for what purpose? As we discussed, if you install Informatica 8, these are the only client components you can see. Nothing will be there. Okay, what are the other components? They are meant for developing the Informatica data quality. We have seen Informatica 9 is a combination of Informatica Power Center, data quality, and then MDM. So those are all meant for the data quality and then MDM purpose, not for the Power Center purpose. So out of all these things, so it is coming as a pack. Okay, so you don't need to worry about that. So what are the components as a developer, Informatica developer? Which you will be working. One is admin console. Okay, so this admin console can help, okay, to perform okay, just to give one liner, okay, and then a repository manager. So generally these are for the administrators. Even as a developer, you may not have access to the softwares, okay, because they are meant for perform the administration on your Informatica software. But when you are learning and when you are practicing, you can still go and then do all the activities there. But when you are really working, you may not have access on even these tools also, because they are meant for the administration purpose. What are the others? So these are all admin. And what are the actual one for developers? Designer, okay. So these are the actual ones, okay, which are relevant for us and will be working, and they can help you to develop the code on your machine. So this is for administration purpose, okay, these are for the developer purpose, and that is what we have mentioned here. So within this clients, okay, these are the developer client tools. This is the server, this is the repository, and then this is how the system works here. So now if I want to develop anything, okay, so now in Informatica, if you want to develop anything, so generally we'll be using these software, and after developing, okay, generally any development which you do, where it is going to save? It is going to save under one place called repository. So the repository is the one where your code will be saved. So that's why every time whenever you are trying to log into your components in order to develop anything. So right now, okay, we have so many other tools. Okay, right now I'm choosing one component called Power Center Designer. Okay, Power Center, this is the designer. Okay, I've chosen this. Okay, so what this designer tool can help? Okay, this is your main core component of your Informatica. So in backside Informatica server is running. There is one client component, okay, can help develop something in Informatica. What we develop, we'll see right now. Okay, so now this is the one I have chosen right now. Which one? The designer, which is a developer tool. And now I want to develop something, and then I want to save it. So where it is going to save? Under repository. So every time whenever you are developing anything, first you have to choose to which repository or on which repository or on which location you want to save, which you are going to. That's why whenever you are connecting to designer or whenever you are trying to log in, okay, first thing is you have to choose which data, which repository you have to connect. Okay, so right now have already existing created repositories are there. Okay, mostly as part of the installation we'll be creating these repositories. So these repositories are already there. Okay, so that's why I'm just right clicking this in order to connect, because I'm going to decide that. So I'm opening this, and from here I'm planning to connect it to this repository to connect, to develop, to do any activities here. Okay, so that's why as a developer you will be always directly coming to the designer tool and you just log into any particular repository. So this is one repository already created. So right click and say connect. Okay, so as part of the installation, okay, you will have your username, passwords and all. Okay, I can share you the document or anything. Okay, how to create a repository and all. Okay, that is a very easy task. Okay, that we can see later, or I can take a separate session also on that one. And so this dev I have given some username, password, which is already I have given chosen when I am creating the repository. Say connect. So immediately you can see that. So you have pointed, so your designer is pointed to one repository, and then now you are ready to start doing whatever activities you want to do in an Informatica. Okay, so out of all these client components, okay, so this is anyway administration purpose. We'll slowly get into that. And software is anyway running, and now I am in designer. So what we can do using the designer, you can develop mappings. Okay, and generally in Informatica, whatever you feel or whatever you want to develop, so I want to read data from somewhere and load it. Okay, so those code components or code templates generally we call as a mappings in Informatica. So those mappings we can develop in designer, and in the workflow manager, okay, run the mappings in a simple liner. Okay, monitor the, okay, the detail will go, but one liner if you want to understand. So you may not need all other things to learn right now, because they are the software, they will be running, but they are the components. We have a server, okay, client, and then repository. 3 components are there. Server will be running. Okay, you don't need to do anything. Okay, as an administrator, first time you have to ensure that everything is smooth. Repository will be there in the backside, you don't need to do. As a developer, you will come, you can choose any one of the tool. Okay, so right now, in order to develop any code, okay, that we called as a mappings here. Okay, so that you can do in a designer. So I just came here, Informatica designer, and then connected to one repository, because you have to choose to which, on which repository you have to save. Okay, so that I have logged in and then came here, some folders are showing here. And once you develop the code in designer, in case you want to run that code, we can go to workflow manager. So where is workflow manager? Again, it is there in the program files only. Power Center designer and workflow manager and workflow monitor. So will be every day will be only connecting to these client components, and then we will be start working on these components. Okay, so right now I want to start a new development for us. Okay, to see, look and feel how Informatica works and all that. Okay, so now I came to designer here. We are in designer right now here. In order to start developing anything, okay, we can create any folder, and these are all our existing folders. And when you expand any folder here, okay, it can show you lot of 3 kind of structure. Okay, something called mapping is the one which actually develop. Okay, example. Okay, so this is the place where so when I develop this code and save it, it is going to be saved under those repositories. Okay, and in case you want to run this, okay, you can run in a workflow manager. This is what generally we do. Okay, so right now we already have something here and then, okay, came here and then already showing, but for our session purpose, okay, I will create, okay, one separate folder for us. Okay, and then we start doing, okay, our activities in that. Okay, so right now we are in designer and we have some folders here, and I want to create a new folder. So anytime, okay, if you once you log into any component here, you have something called, okay, D stands for designer, and this stands for workflow manager, and this stands for workflow monitor. Designer, workflow manager, and workflow monitor. So if you want to open any of the other client components directly, you can also click here and then you can go there. If I want to go to workflow manager, I can go. Workflow monitor, I can go here. So before going to start up, what I am going to do, what I am planning to do is, in the development, this is your repository, and I connected and we have some folders here. So for our session, I am going to create a new folder by name 43. Okay, training 43. So to create a new folder, so what we have to do, first you go to repository manager, which is a administration tool. Okay, means you are managing, you are creating something new for us. Okay, so I'm going to repository manager. Okay, I just clicked on here, and then automatically a new tool I opened, like Power Center Repository Manager. So this is as part of here we have mentioned here. Okay, so can manage repositories. I am planning to create one separate folder, kind of a project within this repository. Okay, so repository is a big one. Okay, it is a very big building. So within that, okay, you can create some flows. Okay, this for this, this for this. In the same way, repository is a big one, and within that I am planning to create some folders, okay, specific to our project. So now I am in repository manager. Okay, here lot of admin activities we can do, that all we can see later, but for at least to start with, in the repository manager you have something called folder, and in the folder, when you click on this folder and when you click on create, so it will ask you to choose any name for your folder. Okay, you just give a folder name, that's all. As a beginner, we can do lot of permission settings and lot of things we can do. Right now you can ignore it. So I just created a folder. Okay, just said okay. Okay, it says that folder has been created, and that folder name you can see here, where we are in repository manager, and a new folder has been created under this one. Okay, and we are in, previously we have logged into designer. Okay, once you create your folder in the repository manager, so you can close it now. Even you can log in again back here. Okay, so this is the first step in case you want to develop. Okay, so once you create your folder here, okay, now since we have previously logged into the designer here, so what I am doing, I am just right clicking, say disconnect, because at that time we logged in, we don't have that folder. So just right clicking and say connect again. Okay, now you can see a fresh folder has been created. So this will give you clarity, because previous ones, lot of all other development things are there. Okay, you may not get clarity. So now we are in designer. Yeah, this repository information stores in a database in the backend. Okay, so when you are creating the repository, when you are installing the Informatica software, as part of the installation process, okay, you will be creating one repository, and this repository will be created on one particular database which you choose. Okay, so that I can show you. Okay, maybe I can give you the instruction steps to create the repository so that you can understand, or currently how it is also stored, so you can see right now. Okay, so this is okay. Look and feel of your Informatica. Okay, and so this is your Power Center Designer. Now whatever folder have created like a project for you. So you are developing in 10 projects. Okay, so you can feel like, okay, this is one project. Okay, one folder. Okay, we have created in a repository manager, and I came here. Okay, and then I can see that folder. So when in the designer, so right now we are in the designer, and when you right click, this is the folders list is there, and if you go to tools in the designer, okay, there are 5 other subcomponents we have in the designer. So designer is the one of the tool, and within the designer, if you see, there are something called source analyzer, target designer, transformation developer, maplet designer, and mapping designer. So these are the major ones within the designer, so which will be developing. Okay, so what are we going to do in each and every component? Say for example, I am choosing, okay, option called source analyzer. So right now you can notice that right now it is completely blank. We don't have anything. Okay. So when I go to tools and then select this source analyzer, immediately you can see that a navigator opened here, which is called source analyzer. And also whatever options we have seen here, 1, 2, 3. So also notice that as soon as you select this, the menu list has been increased here. Previously it was not there. Okay, so immediately you can see all these icons. These are nothing but this tools: source analyzer, target, transformation, maplet, mapping, source analyzer, target designer, transformation developer, maplet designer, and then mapping designer. Okay, so here depends on what option you choose. So right now I am in the source analyzer. You can see a menu like this: sources. If I choose this target, menu targets, transformation developer, menu change, maplet, okay, menu change. Okay, like this depends on which navigation screen you are, your menu will be keep changing here. That also you can notice. Okay, so now what are we going to do here? Okay, designer we came, we know that we can develop something, and I have the folders created for my project purpose or for our session purpose, and also we have source analyzer, target designer, mapping designer, maplet designer, and then also finally mapping designer, transformation developer. Okay, so what are we going to do here is, when you expand this folder which I have created here, okay, lot of things are here: source, target, dimensions, maplet, mapping. Okay, so this is the place where we actually develop our ETL. What is ETL? Extract, transform, and load. So in Informatica, to develop any ETL code means that is nothing but extract, transform, and load. And this activity we can do using a small component called mapping. Okay, so every designer, so if you see the designer, so today I am not going detail, I am just trying to make you understand the look and feel, because lot of new screens are coming. I am just going a bit slow, so slowly we can jump onto everything. Okay, so every designer is for the handy tool for the developer. Your life will be 80% in the designer only. So what are you going to do in a designer? Okay, you are going to develop. So in order to support or help developing your code, so designer has again subcomponents which are called source analyzer. So what are we going to do in a source analyzer? You can define all the sources. Okay, source, the name itself source means from what are the source tables or files, anything from wherever you want to extract the data, maybe it is a table or a file or XML file, all those sources, okay, you have to define in the source analyzer. Okay, that is the activity we'll do in a source analyzer. And then we have one more component called target designer. Okay, So define all the targets on to which you want to load. Okay, so these are the major components for us. Okay, source analyzer, target designer, okay, and then mapping designer. So additionally, we have two more components which are called maplet designer. So there is nothing special in the maplet. Okay, so there is nothing special in the maplet and transformation developer. Okay, because whatever code you develop, in case you want to make it reusable, okay, then we can develop something called, okay, the maplet or the transformation developer. So majorly, okay, in a folder, okay, this is like a project for you, and we have a subcomponents called source analyzer, and then target designer, okay, and then the mapping designer. Okay, so generally ultimately when you take any ETL, what are we going to do? Okay, we are going to extract and load. ETL, final ultimately what is ETL? ETL is extracting, loading and transform. So from the, you take any version, if you take a very simple one, let's take Informatica 8. Okay, so ultimately as part of the data warehousing, what are we, Informatica it is going to do what activity? ETL, extract. Okay, you decide from which place or from which database or from which location you want to extract the data, whether it is a file or a DBA database or web service or anything. That is your source for us in Informatica. So going further, when we are talking about the Informatica, source is nothing but from which database or from where you want to extract data, that is a source for us. Then target, so onto which you want to load the data, whether it's a table or again a file or XML or a web service. Okay, that is your target. Okay, so every time when you are developing a ETL, okay, we need one source and we need one target, because I want to read data from somewhere and I want to load data to some particular target. So source and target are mandatory for developing any code in Informatica, source and target. So these sources and targets, okay, we are going to use any of the tool, okay, no matter whatever version you are using. Okay, so we are going to extract and load. Your ultimate objective of any ETL tool is extract and load. So that's why source analyzer, target designer and mapping designer, okay, they are there. So now I am going to develop a simple mapping. Okay, so what is the mapping? Mapping name itself. I want to develop a code in ETL to extract and load it. Okay, since we are going to develop using a graphical visualization components or objects here, so that's why, okay, we have given a name, okay, as a mapping. So we are developing, extracting data from somewhere and loading into target, and the code we are developing using a graphical objects by clicking, dragging. That's why we have named it as a mapping. Okay, so whenever you want to develop any mapping, first thing is Okay, we need to have a source because you need to tell Informatica that I want to extract data from this particular source. That source is your choice, whether it is a file or it is your requirement. Then in the target designer, you have to define to which targets you want to load the data. So you want to extract data from 1,000 tables. So all those 1,000 tables you have to define here, configure or design here. And you want to load into finally two target tables. So you have to design those two targets here. And once you have defined your source and targets, okay, you want to develop code, okay, in another small subcomponent or a navigator which is called a mapping designer. Okay, so in our case, I think we have only 5 minutes left. I'll just give a small piece of introduction. We'll go detail. Okay, so right now, okay, and I want to do a small exercise. Okay, so in my database, okay, I have okay, so now in a simple exercise, okay, in the smallest exercise, what I am going to do is I have some table. Okay, of course it is an Oracle database, and there is one schema, and there is one username, password. Okay, all that information is there. I want to extract data from this particular table. So assume that this is one table in your database. Okay, and this table information, whatever is there, I want to load into another table, okay, and which is now empty. Okay, so in our case, okay, this is a source for me and this is a target for me. Right now, because it is very simple, both are in same database, but I want to extract the data from this particular table and I want to load into this table. Okay, so my requirement is now this table is a source for me and this table is a target for me because I want to take data and then load here. So to develop any code in Informatica, ultimately to read and then load, the first thing what we need to do in the source analyzer, okay, we have to define from which sources you want to extract the data. So right now, you can maybe as you keep working on your project, you may extract data from 1,000 tables or 2,000 tables. But right now, okay, the fresh project that is completely blank. I want to extract the data from one particular table. Okay, so now what I need to do here is I need to define what is your source table. Okay, I have a source table here. So this source I need to define here. Tell that there is one source in Oracle database. So this guy want to read data from that particular table. Okay, that you need to define. So defining of your sources in source analyzer can be done in two ways. One is easiest way, one is bit toughest way. Okay, so what are those ways is, first thing is if I want to create a source here, when you are in source analyzer, if you see there is one menu called sources. When you click here, okay, so you will see a different menus. If I go to target, you will see a different menu that we already noticed. So right now we are in source. If you go to source, okay, so first I am showing you a rough method. Okay, it is not accurate. Okay, we can do this way also, but it is not easy to do it. So what I am doing is I am saying create source. What I am going to do, I am going to tell Informatica that there is one table in Oracle database by name this. I am just like a defining. So to make you understand how the Informatica software works, okay. So I am going to tell Informatica that there is one table by name this, okay, and this is belongs to Oracle database. Okay, and then say create. So immediately you can see one object. That is why all graphical build. Okay, so now we just told that there is one table in Oracle database. That's all. I told that it is a Oracle table. I didn't tell that where is this table, in which database it is, which schema. I didn't tell. Okay, but this is the table. Okay, so as soon as you create, you can notice that the source table will be displayed in the left side, because initially it was completely blank and I created here that you can see a table. So this is like all called sources in your Informatica. So now I have a table, okay, and this table right now, you see everything is blank. When you double click this table, so you will have, okay, this table now belongs to Oracle database, okay, and what are the columns you have here? Right now we don't have. So I can go and type it. It is not good to type this way because you have a big table, 200 columns. I need to spend 1 hour time. Okay, it is not good. But this is this will tell you how Informatica works. So later we can see the quickest way how we can do this information. Okay. So I am typing what are the columns I have in my table. I have employee number, okay, employee name, okay, salary, job. Okay, then I need to keep typing everything and then give the database types exactly and then save it. It will be looking like this. Okay, but it is not. It is if I have to create 200 tables like this and give all the column names as it is what we have in a database. Okay, and then changing the data type, it is going to take lot of time. That's why it is not the right method. But why I am showing it now, it will make you understand how you are developing a code. So I am developing a code here in Informatica and source. I told Informatica that there is one table. So table structure from which I am going to read. So that structure I have defined here. So here only structure I have given. Okay, only structure. So that structure is called actually metadata. Okay, this just table structure. I have not given anything, only table structure. So actually Informatica expects source table structures in your source analyzer. You can do this way also, but it is a bit tough. Okay, now that's why I'm deleting it. So to make your life easier, to define your table structures very quickly, so what Informatica is giving you is, if you go to sources again, so here you will something called import from database. So where is this? This table is already present in your database and it has some columns and all. So now quickly tell me, if I want to know the table name, column name, table name and their data types of this table, can you tell me how you can develop? Modeler. Okay, some cases a developer can also create it. That's not an issue. Okay, so now can you tell me? I want to know quickly for this table what are the column names I have? What are the data types of that? Can you tell me how to get this? D. Describe table name 100% right. It will show you. But if I want to put it in a SQL point of view, so I need to put it. Huh? Huh? Yeah. So user underscore tables. Okay. The description will give you the thing. I need to take and then paste it one option. So he told like user underscore tables. It will give you the in my database, in my schemas, what are the list of the tables we have that you will get. But also I want the column names. Yeah. So all tab columns is the these are I'm just it is not important. I'm just making you understand. So these are all called data dictionary tables of your database. Okay. I'm just telling you, Informatica is not doing anything. Like if I write a query to get the column name table names, so Informatica is going to write those queries, getting that and putting here, just to make your life easier. Okay, select start from all tab all table columns. So if I want to know where table underscore so it will give you table name, column names, data types, all in one shot you will get it. So anyway, we have this kind of queries available. So why don't you make use of this? So that's why Informatica is going to help you to get. So the intention of showing that is you will be required those kind of table queries in your day-to-day life. That's why just make a note of. And even sometimes people will ask you, now I want to find out in a particular table if there is a primary key exist or not. Okay, and I want to check in a table if there is an index exists or not. So all those things we can find out using data dictionary tables like this. So all underscore all constraints, okay, and all constraints. Okay, there are so many data dictionary tables available in the database. Will make your life easier to find out anything. So maybe whenever you find a time, you can quickly get it. So to get that information from the database, you can directly import, okay, using the ODBC connections. Okay, so how to create ODBC I'll show you tomorrow. We have only short time. Okay, I'm just showing you how you can do. There is one ODBC already created, so this will create it tomorrow. I'm going to make use of the existing ODBC which is already there. Okay, nothing but ODBC is nothing but so giving people who maybe if you already know, that's fine. So I'm giving my database information in the ODBC. I will go detail on that tomorrow. Okay, I'm just giving my username password. And I can pick up what is the table actually I'm looking. Okay, this also I'll repeat it tomorrow. I just want to wind up. Okay, so this is previously whatever I have created manually. So that creation has been done automatically for you by importing the table. So why I showed that previous method? Because I feel 70% of the new people when you work on Informatica. So by using the word import, what people are confusing that when I say import the table from the database here, people will think that the data also importing. So it is not right. Okay, it is only getting the column structure, not your data 14 records still there in the database only. Okay, we have not got the 14 records from the database to here. So we got the table structure like the select star from all tab columns, whatever is there, that structure we got and then pasted here rather than we typing it. You can, if you are still okay, you want to take this, you can type it manually. There is nothing wrong. Okay, so that you can see here. Since you have imported it, you are going to get here. In the same way, you can also do it for targets also. Okay, so that we'll see in the tomorrow class. All will be overloaded. So this is all introduction. Okay, what components are there? The look and feel. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll get into the actual development. So the sources, targets, and how to link it, and how you run it, and all that. From tomorrow onwards, we can see. Any questions, any other things, let me know.